Hello, dear listener, and welcome to ThriveCast, unlocking your full potential. Your well-being is our priority, and we're here to provide you with practical, heartfelt advice on living your best life. Together, we'll explore identity, purpose, prosperity mindset, authenticity, and so much more. So grab your headphones and get ready. Your journey starts now.
So welcome everybody. Today, Oscar and I are going to do something mind-blowing, extraordinary. We are going to do a prosperity breakthrough right in front of you. So thank you, Oscar, for your vulnerability, for your willingness for not only that you become prosperous, but you care. Obviously, you care about other people, all of our viewers becoming prosperous. So thank you for that.
Absolutely. You're welcome.
So what is the process? It's 3 steps. I invented this process and it's worked for 20 years and it still works for me. Before I go into the process, I just want to add one little thing that I just had this idea this morning. I've been watching these videos of saints and St. Francis came from a wealthy family, but took a vow of poverty. And because he took a vow of poverty, monasteries all over the world, convents all over the world, took a vow of poverty and then decided to help the poor. Well, if you're in poverty, how can you help the poor? It doesn't make any sense to me. So today, I took a vow of prosperity, and it feels fantastic. Let's get rid of this whole idea of poverty because, it's a choice, as we said in our video before, it's a choice. So if you would like to take a vow of prosperity right now or after the video, please be my guest because that's what Oscar and I are about. All right.
Yeah.
So what's the process? First of all, the inner saboteur. The inner saboteur wants us to be poor, hopeless, helpless, begging, and eventually dead. Pay our taxes and die. It doesn't want us to be prosperous. So we have like an inner saboteur. It's like the Armageddon. And it's very important that you know this, that you know that you have this reptilian brain, this inner saboteur, this altered ego that actually is trying to keep you safe, but it's also keeping you very small and very boring and very mediocre. And eventually you're going to die. It does not want you to live and prosper. So beware. It's the only enemy we have. We don't have any enemies outside of us. Not really. It's the only one we have. And Oscar, you've just been through a breakthrough. I've just been through a breakthrough in my business. So good. What's the process? In the inner saboteur. So I'm going to find out what is stopping Oscar from being prosperous, because we're all hypnotized, and it's important to break out of this hypnotic idea that we have to be in poverty to be good children of God and then go to heaven. Excuse me, I just don't get that. I don't believe that. It's just not my story anymore. So the inner saboteur is very important. I'm going to take notes about Oscar's all his negative thoughts about prosperity and his thoughts about poverty. Okay, then I'm going to be the inner saboteur. So this is very real. And I'm going to attack him. He knows it's Katarina, but I'm going to attack him so he can hear the feedback back on his inner saboteur. So don't believe him. Don't believe me, because I'm pretending to be the inner saboteur. Then he's going to be the inner saboteur, and I'm going to be Oscar. And he's going to tell me how I'm never going to be prosperous, etc., etc., etc. Then we're going to go to the human being, because the human being doesn't believe the inner saboteur, but it doesn't believe the supreme in us either. So it's kind of in between. So I'm going to be the human being, then Oscar's going to be the human being. And then we're going to go, Oscar's chosen this. We're going to go to the God Oscar. So what is the God Oscar? It's the greatest being within Oscar. And that great being is supremely prosperous. So the more Oscar listens to the God Oscar, the more prosperous he's going to be. Make sense? And you can follow through this. You can actually do this yourself, or you can do it with me, or you can contact Oscar. Up to you. But this is groundbreaking. Groundbreaking. This is the first time ever this process has been videoed in the world. So fantastic.
Yeah. And something I want to add to this,
yes, please.
so viewers understand this. During this process, what Katarina will do is that she will tap into the archetype of the saboteur, the archetype of the conscious, how the consciousness of human being is, and the consciousness of a god. And this is an ability that every one of us are possessing, just that right now we're gonna do it consciously and really elaborate on what is going on in each and one of them.
Perfect. Absolutely. All right, Oscar, are you ready?
I am. This is gonna be heart-wrenching and enormously uplifting too.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, so what are your most negative thoughts about prosperity?
Yeah. So what I get to myself now, you will tap into what I'm saying. Okay. I'm just gonna go for it. I will never have what I want. It's just too far out of reach. I don't even why would I even consider myself being prosperous? Who am I to think that I'm prosperous? This is it's just hopeless. I don't, it's just too much work. It can't be worth it. It's better to be mediocre. It's like, it's more safe. I'd rather sit and just find the effortlessness in everything and not really do the work. Self for not doing the job. I don't understand why I'm not connecting, or why I'm not doing what I can, because I have all the tools in the tool belt, yet I don't do anything. And I feel worthless about it. Let's stop there.
Excellent. You said something about doing the job. Are you saying I'm not doing the job that I know I should do to be?
Exactly. I should do more. I should be more. I should have. I should take more action.
Yes. Very good. Excellent. Thank you. Take more action. Okay. That was excellent, Oscar. Thank you. So now I'm going to be the inner saboteur. So, Oscar, don't believe a word I say, but if you, if something I say really rings true, then keep it in mind and then feed it back to me when it's your turn to be the inner saboteur. Okay? All right.
Yeah. For our listeners and viewers, this is the time where it's good to have pen and paper to write it down. Now, I don't necessarily have that because we're going to do this process quite quickly. But for you, see if you can have pen and paper and write it down as Katarina is mirroring to me, because I'm sure that some of what she's saying could resonate for you too.
Absolutely. That's a very good tip. So get paper and pen and get ready for this. Put the video on pause. And if anything I say or Oscar has already said that resonates with you, and it probably will, then write it down, because this is really, really important. So thank you so much, Oscar, for that. All right. So I'm going to be the inner saboteur, Oscar's inner saboteur, and I'm going to feed back to him, and I'm going to be absolutely right about everything, all right, and quite aggressive about it, because that is the inner saboteur's job. But don't believe a word I say, because I'm lying. I am lying. Okay, so Oscar, are you ready for the attack?
I am.
Okay, fantastic. So, I mean, you're a dreamer, Oscar. You want to be prosperous, but you're not willing to do the work. I mean, what's all that about? I mean, and honestly, you just don't have it in you, Oscar. Let's face it, you don't have it in you to be prosperous. You don't have the drive, the enthusiasm, you don't have the ideas, you're just not willing to do it. You're lazy. Sorry, that's the truth. And you're never going to make it. And even if you put off all this work into becoming prosperous, you're still not going to make it. So why bother? Why bother? Prosperity is, as we know, in the world, is only for about 2 or 3% of the world. So you're part of the 98%. So just take it easy, enjoy your life, and be mediocre like everybody else. I mean, who do you think you are to become prosperous? You're nobody. You're nothing. So, excuse me, it's never going to work. And who are you to think that you're going to be prosperous anyway? Why do you deserve prosperity? The 2% do, but you don't. You're absolutely right. You don't even deserve it. So it's hopeless. It can't be worth all the work. So don't bother. And you're not doing the job. You should be doing the job, but you're not. And you have all the tools. You're not using them. So you feel worthless, and that's because you are worthless. And when you're worthless, you're in poverty, right? Just makes sense. The people who are worthy, God's chosen people, they are prosperous, but you're not. You should take more action, but you don't. So, as you say, you're worthless and it's hopeless. That's it. So how do you feel?
Felt like it really hit home in the first part. It was like this it's like not a harsh voice, but it's harsh in the sense that it's very nonchalant and very it's like, yeah, whatever, you may think whatever you think, but you're never gonna amount to anything. I'm sorry, you're this little sad puddle of worthlessness. And it was a very it hit home because it was so subtle in a way.
Yeah, it is subtle. It's obvious in a way, it's subtle in a way. But how do you actually feel? Do you actually believe this? Do you feel down? Do you feel happy? Do you feel that you can break through this? How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel that it's like, ooh, I get a little bit, it's an excitement in a way.
Yeah.
An excitement because somehow now I get it mirrored to myself from another person that is saying what is the context of what is in my brain.
Yes.
So it's almost like, because I get it in a more, instead of separate thoughts, I get it in a story that is told in a very cohesive way, which means that I can look, what you call it, I can have a lookout for it in another way.
You can examine it, you can reflect on it, you know. And the key is that you're excited. And why are you excited? Because you know these are lies, you know. So you know that you're about to break through. So fantastic, fantastic. So Oscar, now you are the inner saboteur and I am Oscar. So let me have it.
Okay. Oscar, I think you think that you have it all covered, but that deep inside of you, there is this growing pain at that you're really not ever gonna amount to anything. And you know what? You're right. That's the truth. You're not gonna amount to anything. It's not gonna happen. You will try everything. I've seen you try everything, absolutely everything, but nothing will work because I will stop you. And it's so easy for me to stop you. I can just send any distraction your way and you will get onto it because you're a pleasure seeker. And I'll just send a little bit of pleasure and off you go. So again, live your life, but you're gonna be mediocre. It's just not gonna happen for you. You will look with disappointment upon your life when you're lying there on your deathbed and not feeling that you really not took the chance. Because frankly, I will stop you from it. You will have no chance. That's it. So you might as well sit there on the sofa and not do anything. Because why should you? This is as harsh as it gets, but yeah, well, it's reality. You don't like it, but you're not meant to either. That's it.
Wow.
Fuck, that was harsh. That was harsh.
It's harsh. The altered ego in within us, the inner saboteur, is harsh. It's a killer. Yeah. It's like, I'm going to kill you. And it was obvious. I want to congratulate you because what I heard was the altered ego is saying to you, I have control over you. I don't care what you do. I'm going to say stop. I'm going to distract you. And I have complete control of you, which has been true in the past. Yeah. So it's also what I got from that was, you want instant gratification. I'm going to give you instant gratification, but it's a distraction from from your path, from where you really know that you can go if you just take those steps. So instant gratification, and like, give it up because you know the inner saboteur is much more powerful than you are, so you don't have a chance. And I get that. Fantastic, good work.
it's really it's tough to hear that coming, you know. It's like it it it's totally, I mean, it's an eye opener in somewhat, and then it's like you're seeing the enemy in a whole light, in a whole different light.
Yes. And at least you see the enemy, because one of the powers of the inner saboteur is it's subtle. It knows you so well. It goes, oh, you know, Oscar, you've worked hard today. Take a rest, sit on the sofa, watch a movie, whatever. I mean, I'm talking generally. I don't know if this happens to you.
Yeah, but that is the thing, right? It's like, it's almost like a kind voice that has evil intentions.
Yes, it's evil. It's pretty evil. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why we have evil in the world, because
Yeah.
we have listened to the inner saboteur. Okay,
Yeah.
fantastic work. Very good. So now we're going on to the human being. And the human being doesn't believe the inner saboteur 100%. Absolutely not. Maybe 20, 30, 40, 50%, but not more. But it doesn't totally believe the supreme being, the god Oscar. It doesn't believe it either. So it's kind of stuck in the middle. But it's very interesting to hear the human being because it's very real. All right. So I'm your human being and you're Oscar.
But do you need any context from me around it, or you?
No,
you...
no. I don't need that. Thank you.
Perfect. Okay.
But because I've got enough from the inner saboteur, I know you well enough to know who you really are.
Yeah.
And it's the god Oscar who has the real truth. Okay, so we're coming to that. This isn't the real truth. This is a human being.
Fantastic.
So, Oscar, I'm the human being in you, and I don't really, I don't buy it. I don't buy it because, you know, did the god Oscar, was he put on this planet to be mediocre? Is that, you know, God's plan for you, if there is a plan? Is that your plan for you? Oh, yeah, let's be mediocre like billions of other people. Almost 8 billion mediocre people. Now, I'm a reasoning human being, and that doesn't make sense to me. In fact, it's kind of disgusting. To be honest, it's kind of disgusting that, yeah, we have mediocre schools and mediocre this and mediocre that, and we have the media, which is mediocre too, because it helps us become, it's the first time I thought of that, it helps us become more frightened, but we shouldn't be in fear. It doesn't work to be in fear. So don't listen to the mediocre, and don't listen to the mediocre in you, because you're way more, you know, you're way more than this, Oscar. You know it. And that's the key. That every day remind yourself, I am greater than this. I am greater than my inner saboteur. Yeah. The human being in Oscar, I'm quite strong. Actually, I'm quite strong-minded, because the proof is, here you are on a video, willing to be vulnerable. You have the courage to actually break through in front of maybe 10, 20, 100, 1,000 people. And when you break through, they break through. That's who you are, Oscar, that you have the courage to do this. Because what? Why? You care about yourself and your prosperity, and you care about everybody else's. So you are on a mission. Why? You help people emotionally. You've got all these skills. You know what to do. So do it, Oscar. Hello. Just do it. Create a plan, a strategy, and you say to yourself every single day, this is what I'm going to do, and there is no way out. I'm not going to get distracted. I'm on target. I'm focused. I'm putting my energy behind this. I'm gonna do it. Yes. And I will be prosperous and successful. In fact, I am prosperous now. I'm successful now. So I would suggest, Oscar, that you take a vow of prosperity and a vow of success and a vow of focus. That's what I would say. How do you feel? That's just a feeling, not what you're thinking, just a feeling. How do you feel?
Felt uplifted and taken care of, and a little bit of aha moment in a way of seeing that human part. Beautiful. of like a little bit like dust yourself off and get up there on the high horse.
Beautiful. Like dust yourself off. You've been lying in the dust. Dust yourself off. Get up and just do it here. Your human being is strong. It is strong. And it is tired. It's really tired of you being mediocre because it's a game. It's a lie. Yeah. Fantastic. So you're uplifted. Fantastic. So now I'm Oscar. You're the human being. So soak it to me.
Okay. Yeah, you know, Oscar, you've been through hell and back, and this is the part of being human. You know, it is messy, and it's okay to be messy. And I know you've been in this situation where you feel that the world is against you, and there's been victimhoods, and there's been all kinds of bad things that you felt that has happened to you. But you know what? It's like this is part of being human, and you might say that it's called mediocrity, but actually that is a lie in itself. It's not really mediocre. It is about living life. And you know, it is not literally, you know, life is not like an Instagram story, this purple rainbow upside down and everything. No, it's messy. It's like you're deluded by this perfect picture that everyone tries to convey to you, because it's not really that well. Now that's disappointed. It's more about the realness of what is truly going on, because the fact is this, that it is the diversity of the world that makes it interesting. You don't want people to look the same and be the same, and that everything looks the way it does, because you know, when you see the ugly, you see the beauty, and when you see the beauty, you see the ugly. It is a co-creation in this world, and you know it. I know you know it, because you've been on this path for a long time, and this is what's going through your mind. And you're not the only one sharing this. So are other people. The ones listening to this as well, there's a humanity inside of them. They just say, like, you know what? I can embrace my mess, but I'm gonna do damn well about it too. Because I possess that power inside of me. And yeah, sure, there's this inner saboteur, but have the choice. You have the choice of what you're listening to. That's how it is. So get up on that horse. And you like horses as well. So go out there and ride them. You know, it's like it's not harder than you just start. And you start every day, because every day is a new day, and you have a new chance every day. But you need to fill your mind with whatever moves you, and make sure that you take care of your needs and honor them, honor who you are. And it's beautiful to not know it all. You think you're mediocre, or this saboteur is telling you that you're supposed to not accept the flaws inside of yourself. You try to hide them. Don't. It's okay. It must be okay to be human, because we are human. So why not accept it?
Beautiful. And how do you feel? Just a feeling, not the thoughts.
Alive.
Live. Wow. So excited.
Alive and held.
Sorry?
Held.
Held.
Seen.
Seen.
Yeah, seen. Understood.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Comforted.
Comforted. Okay.
Mm.
It's amazing, isn't it? Because, you've just been through this saboteur strategy where you were attacked, and then you attacked yourself, and now the human being. But what's wonderful is it's based on the truth. I mean, your truth, we're actually expressing and exposing the lies, and it's real. And when we hear the truth will set you free, this is exactly it. So, very good. Congratulations. All right, we come to the third part. God, Oscar. I love I love hearing God, Oscar. It just flows. It just flows. So I'm going to go into like a kind of meditation. I'm going to connect with God, Oscar. I'm going to speak from God, Oscar. So just allow me a few seconds just to connect. I am so moved, Oscar, that you're willing to do this. Tears are in my eyes. You are a beautiful soul. A beautiful soul. And it's time people knew that. Show your beauty to a world, to the world. I know that you're a man, but men are beautiful. And men need to show their vulnerability and their beauty to the world. And you can. You're doing this right now. I honor you. I honor you. Thank you. Thank you. I am grateful to you for being real, for being honest, for exposing your inner saboteur. That takes courage. That takes not only a great human being, it takes a God. So now I will help you, Oscar. I will help you. Listen to me. Sometimes I speak in silence. Sometimes I speak in words. Just listen to me. I am there for you in your prosperity. I hear not your cry, not your begging. I hear your truth that you are now ready for prosperity. You are now ready for success. And I will help you there. Yes, get on your horse to success. And I would suggest you actually start riding again. Because it's a beautiful synergy between you and the horse. The horse will take you to success. The horse wants your success. The whole world wants your success. I want your success. I want your prosperity. The whole universe is behind you, behind the horse that's galloping into your future now. It's a beautiful image. And there's no turning back. Once you vow prosperity, you vow to your success. Join the 2%, the 3%. What are they doing? They're lonely out there, you know? They want people to talk with, to hang out with. And it's time the 98% joined them. I, God Oscar, did not create a world of poverty. I created a world of prosperity for all, for all. Look at the realm of wealth we have. So I, God Oscar, will do everything to help you achieve your success, achieve your prosperity. Just get on your horse and ride.
Feel blessed. Feel joyful. Overwhelmed. Held. Cared for. Backed up. So glad this is recorded.
It's beautiful, isn't it? And it takes us to another level, doesn't it? Than just doing it on our own. Because now we're in public. We know people are watching.
Yeah. But what really came through was the beauty of the beginning of the softness. Like that, it was like being touched with silk. It's it was such a reverent experience of just being so. It's like the most wonderful whisper. It's touching to hear that coming through.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful imagery. Right, I can see, I can feel that you're in a great state right now. So now it's your turn, God Oscar. I am Oscar, and you are God Oscar, so speak to me.
Oscar, I hear you, and I've heard you your entire life. And if you just knew the greatness that is inside of you and the greatness that you're showing and the prerogative that you're standing for, I adore you. I love you. You are meant for success. I created you for success, and I am raising you to the sky because that's where you're belonging. And it's so time for you to go out there and show the world who you truly are. With your soft heart, that gentle touch of yours. Because that softness is what melts harshness. It just dissolves it. And makes people embrace themselves. Because you're representing what everyone else possesses inside of them as well. But the beauty is That you dare to show it. That you dare to go full on into it and embrace it. And I love you for it. And you have a very special connection to horses. You can feel it in your heart. You know it. It's time for you to get back on that horse. In it and with that, regardless how it looks, you will feel that you're on your way because you love speed. You love speed. It's just part of you. So embrace it. Go out there. Ride with the wind in your hair. And ride the life. Ride the lightning. You know, your name in English, it might be Oscar, but in Swedish, it's the same as thunder. And after lightning comes thunder. So go out there and be that force of nature that you are. Your gentleness is assured, and so is your success. I love you.
Thank you so much. How do you feel now?
So embraced, loved, cherished, uplifted, and happy to be spoken to about horses again. It's fascinating. Yeah.
All right. So do you feel motivated to ride the horse of success?
I am.
The thunder horse?
Very motivated.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So it'll be wonderful to hear next week what's happened in your first week of prosperity and success, and if you've taken the prosperity vow. So
the vow here? No.
You can if you want, absolutely.
How do I do it?
You just say, I now vow to God, to the universe, that I am prosperous. I am prosperity.
Okay. All right. I now vow to the universe, to God, to my higher self, to all that exists in the whole existence, that I am prosperous. And I vow to take a vow of prosperity to show the true prosperity that exists within myself, and to stay true to this path and be the light that I am. And so it is.
Woo! Fantastic. And so everybody listening, now is the time to take your vow. And thank you for listening to this. And also we would really appreciate your comments, how you experienced this, and if you've taken your vows or not yet. We would love to hear back from you. We really would. So thank you again, Oscar. Thank you, Katarina. And Oscar, if people want to contact you, how do they get in contact with you?
Yeah, they can reach me at realitydecoding.com, and they can just get in touch, and we book a 30-minute conversation where I find out where they are and where they're going in order for them to feel how they can thrive in their life. And they also reach me on Live Your Purpose in a Facebook group that's called Live Your Purpose. And also I have a YouTube channel called Oscar Nygren. Yeah. And you? Where do people reach you, Katarina?
They can reach me at Kathrine Carlsson, Katherine Carlsson, Carlsson. My brand name is Katarina Hanssens Carlsson. But we are going to post a link for Oscar and a link for me, so you could just click on the link. I will also click my Calendly link, and you can reach me on Calendly for a 15-minute free talk. And then go for prosperity. I mean, don't you want to live in a prosperity world and a world of prosperity? Of course we do. We imagine a world of prosperity for everyone, not just some of us, everyone. So thank you again for listening. I hope this has been exciting and uplifting, like it has been for Oscar and for me. And we will see you next week, and we'd love to know your news and your breakthroughs. Thank you, Oscar, again.
Thank you.
And we will see you next week.
Take care, everyone.